Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Sounded good over here, kind of quiet over here. But let's try it again. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
All right. Like Mr. Blaylock said, I'm Mr. Kilgore. I work in the central office. I was in the classroom for 15 years at Sequoia High School, just like this classroom, graphic communications. And this is a cool class. Is it for y'all? Mr. Blaylock, pretty cool teacher. Most of us graphic communication teachers are pretty cool, as opposed to some of the other teachers. You know, we might. How many of you think Mr. Blaylock's maybe your favorite teacher? Oh, come on now. All right, I got some back there. Well, we can edit that out, Mr. Blaylock. I want to talk to you about something today that's very important for your generation of teenagers. It's called soft skills. Does anybody know what soft skills is? Anybody? Does anybody like chocolate? Anybody? Well, we're going to have to wake up. Does anybody like chocolate? Okay. Good. Good. I just opened it. I promise it's safe. Got any idea what a soft skill is? It's something you have to be able to get a job. It's not the technical skill that you use when you're designing on the computer, or if you're a carpenter, it's not that knowing how to build things. Soft skills are communication skills. If you go to a job interview, you have to have good soft skills to have a chance at getting a job. So now that I kind of defined it for you, can anybody give me a soft skill? A skill that you would need if you were interviewing for a job today? Who said that? Eye contact. Why is that important? Because somebody told you that it was? It is very important. Why is eye contact important? Anybody know? I would not represent her looking like that. Okay, I want you to keep that in mind. I'm going to give you 2 for that, okay? That was good input. Keep in mind, when you go to apply for a job, and this is just Mr. Kilgore's opinion, we live in a world that is self-centered. It's all about me, okay? If you go looking for a job and you have that mentality, 99.9% of the time you will walk away without a job. Because that person that's hiring you, it's all about them. It's not all about you, it's their company. They're in charge. People that they hire make the difference on how well their business does. So they're not going to hire you if you're the best carpenter in Hamilton County and you can build a house by yourself overnight. They don't care if you're not dressed properly, if you don't act proper, if you don't communicate. And let's stop right there about communication. We talked about eye contact. We talked about how you dress, okay? How many of you have a job in here? You got one? Yes, no? You do have a job? Where you work? At a daycare. Good for you for having a job. Where do you work? Teriyaki restaurant? Can I get a discount? I'm just kidding. And that's because you got a job. It's important. Some of you don't have to work. That's, in my opinion, is a blessing. But I also see this. I see your generation of kids that never work, and you don't learn responsibility, and you don't learn soft skills. And this is what industry tells us today. Okay, we go out and we talk to the businesses in Chattanooga and the surrounding areas. How many of y'all got girls? Oh, come on now. Finally, he speaks up. All right. Do you think that she will stay with you when y'all get older if you don't have a job? Speak, speak.
No,
No, okay. Why?
I ain't gonna do class on.
Right, okay. You're not gonna, how many of you girls are gonna date a guy that won't work? That will not work? Nobody. Nobody wants a deadbeat boyfriend, do they? So that puts some pressure on you from different areas. Is getting a job important when you get out of school? Is it important to y'all? I'm losing some of it. Maybe, yeah. How many of you are planning to go to college? Good. Good for you. Who's going to pay for that? Huh? Scholarship. That's one way. What's another way? Huh? Community college. Yes, yes. You're up on your stuff, aren't you? And you're getting better at catching every time, you know? So, can we say that to get a job, you're gonna need soft skills? Is that correct? You're gonna need to know how to communicate with people. How to make, what did we say was important? What was the first thing? Who said it? Eye contact. Second thing, how we dress. Right? Let's talk about a third thing that's big for you guys, all right? And I need to send my wife a text. Do y'all mind? Just hang tight just a second. We're talking about what we're going to have for dinner tonight. She's wanting fish, and I'm thinking chicken. Let me ask you something. Was that very professional of me? Why not?
I did too.
That tells me something, son. You thought I was for real?
Yeah.
That tells me that you think maybe that's okay.
Nah, I know that's not okay.
You know that's not
I was
okay?
gonna tell you, hey,
Okay, good for you. What were you gonna tell me? Tell
I
me.
was gonna tell you, get out with the camera right there.
That's okay, tell me. What were you gonna
I
say?
was say, hey man, you need. Well, I would say, hey man, you need to get out.
I need to step out when I do that?
Yeah,
Or maybe I don't need to do that at all while I'm in this setting, right?
yeah.
Is it fair to say that different settings require different boundaries or rules? Now, if I'm sitting at home on the couch, is it okay for me to text my wife or my daughter or my son or whatever? Sure it is. But if I'm in a professional setting with y'all and I stop and I start texting and you don't go on, you're thinking, this guy, he's not professional. How can he teach me, right? Did anybody think that when I started texting? Come on, you did? Anybody else? It's very important. Has anybody ever heard about first impressions? Right. Are they important? Are they probably one of the most important times if you're interviewing? Because the employer says, hey, I'm going to give you 30 minutes of my time to show me why, for you to show me why I should hire you. Why should I pay you money? And if you walk in sagging, dirty looking, on your cell phone, no eye contact, then guess what? As soon as you walk in and they look at you, the interview is over. I don't care if you're the best secretary, the best heating and air person, the best carpenter. You lost me at hello when you walk through the door. Okay? So these things are important. They're very important. And your generation needs to know that. Okay? It's something that industry, which are the people that hire y'all and hire me, tells us, hey, there's a gap here. There's a generation of kids that they don't have the social etiquette to interview. They don't have the teamwork skills to be able to work with other people. You know, and if you're going to be a mastermind business owner and never have to work for anybody or never have to work with anybody, then you probably don't need these skills. But there's very few people like that in the world, okay? Most of us are going to work for somebody else. Does anybody in here have their life mapped out enough to know what you want to do? What kind of job you want? What? Graphic arts. What area of graphic arts? Okay, what skills do you think you're going to have to acquire to be able to attain that job?
Working with other people, communication, professionalism.
Okay, what about you? Nursing, okay. Do you think you're going to have any soft skills and technical skills to... Yeah.
I'm just videoing, so.
Okay, so in both jobs and within any job that you're going to take, you're going to, any job that's a career that you're going to make, revisit that and see if there's something that you learned from it or if there's something that you can go back and do different and maybe accomplish what you were trying to accomplish to start with. Okay? And I'm going to tell you, it's just a short little exercise, but this is what it does. It causes us to do two things that we don't like to do. It causes us to admit that we failed, okay? We messed up, we made a mistake. But when we go through this process and say, okay, I admit it, I failed. I'm dealing with that. Now, what did I learn from that? And before you start this, tell yourself, it was okay for me to fail at this. Whatever your situation was, whatever you gave, it's okay that you failed at it. It was just your first time. Okay? It may take you 5, it may take you 100. But if you can persevere, then you can learn from that failure. All right? Once we learn that it's okay to fail, and we learn that there's important information in failures, okay? Very important information about yourself that nobody else can tell you in your failure. Take that failure and say, you know what? You're not bigger than me. You're not smarter than me. You're not stronger than me. I'm going to dissect you, and I'm going to see what kind of information is in you, my failure, to help me succeed in life. Okay? And I want you, the reason I'm asking you to do it is for the process. Because somewhere in life, later on, maybe something more devastating is going to come along, and you're going to fail at that. And I want you to be able to say, hey, you know what? I know the process for overcoming this failure. You know, maybe it's your first college class of statistics and you failed. If you haven't been through this process, you can say, you know what? I can't do college. I can't do the math. I can't make it. I'm out of here. All right? But if you've got this process, you can say, you know what? I failed. I failed the class. Everybody else passed. I'm going to be in there with other people. They're going to know I'm a failure. But that's okay. Because I'm not giving up. I'm persevering. I know the process. I'm going to break it down. I'm going to overcome it. Okay? So will y'all do that for me? A paragraph in a Word document right now. And I appreciate your time. I give Mr. Blaylock a thumbs up on your attention and your engagement. I thank you for that because not all classes are that way. I think that y'all must be probably one of the top of the line classes at East Ridge High School. Okay? Thank you.